Hello everyone, thank you for joining. I am Jisary and I welcome you to my channel where I do all different kinds of creative content. It is time! Today we will start with a new devlog series for my video game project, Fantasy Botanist. In my last game project video, I showed you the first implementation of my game. It wasn't much, mostly a stroll around the map at the time and the very first iteration of gathering resources. The gathered resource was persisted, but there was no representation of it anywhere, as I didn't do any UI work then. And as a small reminder, my goal is to create a farming and life sim game that captures the spirit of the old version of Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life. I will not go too deep into concrete features that I want to have yet, as I'm still in the process of learning Unreal Engine and I want to be more secure in my skills before I announce features with details for the game. So, with that in mind, let's see what has changed. When I start the game, you might already see some of the changes. The first new feature is that the sun is rotating now. I can even spool the time by napping in the bed. Oh, and what is that? The weather changes and it rains for a bit. So far, most of this is hard-coded. In the future, it will not always start raining at the same time, of course. But still, it starts raining, and after the rain ended, it stays a bit foggier for some time. And when we go over here, you can already see the next change. We have a villager now. Well, two to be exact. One that is static and one that is walking around. As already mentioned in my last video, I designed the base proportions for my NPCs and I created a first model of it in Blender. So far they are untextured and also not rigged. Rigging will be next. And textures will be added as soon as I model the actual characters out of this base model. There's a female and a male version. And when I get closer, the NPC stops, and I can even interact with them. They are not very talkative yet, but it is a start. And when I close the interaction, they continue moving. So, the village officially started growing. Woo! Another change is on the farm. It is a very early version of crops. Here you see a first farming tile. When I interact with it, I can plant a tomato or whatever. Well, it is a pillar at the moment, but you get the point. And it even grows. The timing is a bit sped up at the moment for testing, but you will now witness the first growing crop. Ready? Go! What can I say? The models are placeholder yet, if that wasn't obvious. However, I can already harvest it and... ta-da! There is my new shiny inventory UI. Yes, you can gather or harvest stuff and it is put into the inventory now that can be opened with the I key. Isn't it gorgeous? And not only that, when I gather it again, it stacks. Thank you. Cannot tell you how much time it took me to set up a stacking, working inventory. I also added a function to equip something out of the inventory and it gets attached to the player already, but this is not fully finished yet. It is in preparation for the tools that I will be adding next. I will not show all the blueprint work that went into that, but let me know if you are interested in that in the comments and I can add a little bit of it in the future. Okay, so let's continue with a stroll around the iterated map. A lot has happened here as well. I added first placeholder foliage in form of a small forest on the other side of the river. Here you can also gather stones and wood that will later be used to upgrade buildings. And of course, they stack in the inventory. Ah, beautiful. When looking onto the ocean, you can see that I increased the bounds a little and added better borders to the map that are clearer to read. Well, I actually did that for the whole map, but around the ocean it is the easiest to recognize. I also adjusted the hillside area of the map to make it clearer where players can walk and added a small pond. Plus I added some hidden areas that can be explored and will contain something to find, but I will not go there because I do not want to spoil the fun. I also worked out the ramp more that leads up to the mansion and expanded the plateau a little. I haven't painted the environment yet because A, I am not done with the basics of the map yet, and B, I am thinking about using automation for that. You can set up auto materials in Unreal Engine, and I might make use of that. This will strongly depend on how much I will expand the map going forward, which again is dependent on the concrete story that I am still working on. So until I have a solid understanding of the map and locations I need, we will need to live with the prototype texture. And I will close out with a nice scenic view over the valley. And a before and after comparison of the map. Outside of the engine, I also designed the two main characters. Players will be able to choose from a male or female version. The outfits will be customizable, but this will be the starting attire. If you want to learn more about the character design process or my thoughts around the characters, you can check out the character design video. The link is in the description. I also worked on other characters, feature designs and story, but this is mostly in text, so not really great to put into a video. As soon as I have something more, interesting to show from that front, like a mock-up or concept, I will add it of course. The next steps will be rigging the base model, creating the first model version of the female character and adding the tools. The first tool I want to add is the watering can. And I would like to make a new iteration of the map following more story work, but we will see how far I come with that until the next video is due. And this is it for now. This is the work I have done in the last weeks. Overall, I'm very happy with the progress I made. It might not look like much, but as I said, I am in the process of learning both Unreal Engine and Blender, so a lot of time goes into problem solving and googling solutions to problems. And finding out the names to functions I need. I am also working through some courses online to learn more about the general Unreal functionality like Niagara or the dynamic weather system. It is a slow process, but I really enjoy learning and I already see a lot of improvement. So this is the last full-time video for this year from my side. I will have a small Christmas surprise for you, but it will not be a full video. I wish you all great holidays and Christmas for everyone who celebrates. I hope you are looking back on this year and are happy with whatever you did and achieved. I will have a new full video on the 1st of January with a look back on 2025 and my New Year's resolution. If you are interested in that, don't forget to subscribe so that you get notified and leave me a like if you enjoy this type of content. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I wish you all a great rest of the year. Stay healthy and comfy until 2026.